Don't forget to like the video on your way in. And I appreciate the reactions, any comments, and don't forget to subscribe. So I basically wanted to talk about the fact that it has been a few days now since we found out that Tory Lanez has been injured in prison. He was stabbed 14 times, and since then, his father has come and made an announcement and statements to clear up some rumors. His attorney has also spoken out to basically state that there is new evidence to demonstrate that Tory Lanez is actually innocent. Now, this has been alluded to from the very beginning that he is innocent. However, there has not been anything substantial, any evidence to corroborate the fact that, he is innocent. Tory Lanez did not even take the stand when, he was on trial. So a lot of things there. I don't know how confident I am that he's going to be able to overturn the guilty conviction. But allegedly, Kelsey's bodyguard is the one who shared the information alleging that, Tory Lanez is innocent. So Tory Lanez is currently serving 10 years in a California state prison due to him being found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. The original incident originally occurred, I think that was back in 2021, somewhere there. And so it was a night out where Megan Thee Stallion, Kelsey Harris, her stylist, EJ, was at Kylie Jenner's house, and Megan Thee Stallion ended up inviting Tory Lanez. And the reason why Megan invited Tory is because just prior to that, she had, created, or they had like a newfound friendship due to Tory Lanez becoming very popular at the time. This was around the time of COVID. And Tory had like was it something radio going on? I forgot what he called it. But it was just this newfound thing that he was doing to entertain everyone during the time that the pandemic was going on. Everybody was stuck inside. So he was entertaining everybody. Megan Thee Stallion wanted to jump on that bandwagon, and she has that about her. She wants to jump on a bandwagon as far as popularity. She did the same thing with Nicki Minaj. And I'm not saying it's, kind of wrong, because she was a new artist too. So she needed to link with the people who are popular so that she can also, progress her career. So I get that. But that's how she ended up linking up with Tory Lanez. Thereafter, that is how the event occurred. She called Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez agreed to come over. Tory Lanez started to get close with Kylie. She did not like that. EJ, alerted for Megan and Kelsey to leave because Megan started to get a little, free with her mouth. She was, making little comments to Kylie. So EJ motioned for them to leave. Megan did not want to leave with EJ. She ended up leaving in Tory's vehicle. Tory wanted to stay. And there goes the area where everybody is don't know if Kelsey shot Meg or Tory shot Meg. We do know that there was an argument in the vehicle, but his attorney is now stating that Kelsey for sure is the one who shot Megan Thee Stallion. Now, after that, basically, Tory has done interviews. He's done songs. He's done all kind of things, kind of poking fun at Megan Thee Stallion, and also alluding to the fact that he's innocent. I feel like Tory would not have been in that situation if Megan didn't insist on him leaving with her, because Tory was left with not Kelsey. He was left with Kylie. And he possibly was going to have some sort of relations with her. So Megan did not want that. that part of the story was clear that Megan Thee Stallion did turn around to go back to get Tory. Now, in the first place, maybe Tory or, all parties involved wish that Tory just should have never been invited. So maybe this all would not have happened. But here we are. So now, fast forward to the fact that a lot of people around, speculated that Tory did not do this. Megan basically she locked down on the fact that he was the one who shot her, and she even said that when he did it, he said dance beat. So he was found guilty. He was sentenced to 10 years. I think Tory did a lot when it comes to the internet, because the judge also mentioned the fact that you did not seem remorseful. You posted a lot of things as far as like his music videos as well, where he also, on the music video, I think he made like a video portraying some sort of horse or something like that. So it was a lot. He was doing a lot. He was doing a lot. And then after that, after being found guilty, his attorneys did try to appeal, and the appeals were denied. I forgot what the other thing was, something about a habeas corpus or something. There was a lot, millions of dollars being spent in attorney fees and trying to upkeep this whole thing. And I don't understand why he would rather spend the money than to just get on, on the seat. Get on the seat for trial, in the name of your innocence, and speak out and make your own statements. Don't be afraid to be cross-examined just because you have a past. And I think he should have faced it head on, because your life was on the line, your career was on the line, and you were looking possibly to spend so many years in jail. So why wouldn't you be open to sit and, answer those questions? 1 second. Sorry about that. So, why wouldn't he be willing to sit on the stand was the question. He didn't do it. There was speculation that the bodyguard was going to speak out. The bodyguard never spoke out. The witness that they had, Sean Kelly, he came out and corroborated Megan's story that, Tory was guilty. No one, well, actually, though, Sean Kelly, from what I can recall, said that KELSEY also took a part, that they're taking turns. So I don't know why that was not taken into consideration. The fact that Sean Kelly actually kind of corroborates the fact that KELSEY could have been guilty as well. Fast forward to today, Tory is serving his sentence, and according to his father made statements early today and states that there was an impending threat. So basically, Tory was aware that there was an issue prior to him being stabbed. There was some sort of issue that they were aware of, because he did let his father know, and his father was aware a week ahead of the incident occurring. Now, a lot of reports were saying that the stabbing took place in the yard. His father came out and refuted that. It did not take place in the yard. It took place when the cells opened early in the morning, right before breakfast. So the cells opened for the inmates to go to breakfast, and that's when the stabbing took place. He said around 6:30 in the morning is when it occurred. According to his father, the inmate that did this is of Mexican descent. According to some other sources, this person actually, I think they probably have maybe a life sentence or something, because their charge is related to a murder, And I think they also have some sort of, pedophilia charges or something like that. So that's as much as I know about the person that they state that did this to Torey. And they're also stating that it had nothing to do with the yard. It actually took place inside of the cell or near the cell. So according to the source as well, he was stabbed twice in the back of his head, once in the side of his face, a few times in his back, and also his torso. And I mean, it's just horrible. It sounds horrible. And if Torey is innocent, I definitely can tell you that Megan Thee Stallion's career is over, because Torey is not only going to be able to leave, you know, this behind him, but he's also going to be able to file pain and suffering on Megan Thee Stallion's part for lying on him. He's going to be able to get pain and suffering. And he's also going to be able to sue for the time that he spent in jail. Pain and suffering is going to be crazy. It's probably going to be in the upwards amount of billions of dollars to be convicted. And then on top of that, the suffering that was caused. And something that was very sad, that I heard his father say, is that, Torey had this talk. I don't know why he revealed this though, because this is very personal, very private. I don't know why he revealed this, but he said that while Torey was being transported, initially they were driving, he was in a vehicle. I don't know if it was like a van or what it was, but he was in the vehicle with the prison guards, and he also spoke very highly of the prison guards and how nice they were to him. And he said that Torey had this conversation with God while he was in this vehicle. And he said, God, is it my time now? Like, I've done, what I can. Is it, I've made peace with it. Okay, is it my time to go? Is it over for me right here and right now? And he said he heard God, and God said, no, it's not your time. And so therefore, that's when Torey, even though he did not really have a lot of breath to him, he could barely breathe. When Torey said he received that word from God, he then turned to the prison guard and said, you're going to have to get me to the nearest hospital as quickly as possible. And from there, instead of transporting by driving, they airlifted him to the hospital. So that was a very private, fragile moment, sensitive moment. I mean, it was very touching. And I really feel like if this was a lie, Megan Thee Stallion's going to go down in flames, because this is crazy. His father also shared another moment where Torey was in the hospital, and he basically shared some of his moments, some of his doubts. Although they say that we pray for Megan Thee Stallion, we don't have anything negative to say about Megan Thee Stallion. We pray for her, and we don't have any ill will or harm towards her. However, Torey was left with this feeling, and he said to him, he asked his dad, Dad, why do I have to go through this? Why me? Is this the type of life that I'm supposed to have, all of this suffering? And I thought that was very sad, especially if Torey is innocent, that he had come to a point where he was very successful. He is very successful. I think that he's still a very big artist and world renowned, very successful, but to be left with those feelings, even though you accomplish all these things, and for you not to be able to enjoy it, for you to be subject to all of this pain, I get it for why he feels that way. So that was very a very private moment that he shared as far as his conversation with Torey. And it was sad, definitely sad to hear that. But his dad said that, he was still doing good, and he's expected to survive, but it does sound like he was nearly killed. So allegedly there's new evidence that's going to reveal that Kelsey is actually Kelsey is actually the shooter. Now, if this occurs, I mean, Megan is done. If this is true, Megan is done, because nobody's going to listen to her music if she lied, right? Nobody's going to listen to her music. And like I said, Torey's going to be able to sue her for pain and suffering. He's going to be able to sue her for any time that he wasn't able to make music and do business deals, any endorsements and things that he lost. It's just going to be billions of dollars that she's going to owe to Torey Lanez, and her career is just going to pretty much be over. So if there is actually new evidence, I would love to see that, because Torey Lanez is definitely suffering as we speak, and I think it's crazy. Whether he's guilty or not, I think it's crazy. It's a sad situation either way, because they were friends at one point, and then this situation happened that caused everything to go to shit. So I don't know. I don't know what is going to be next for Torey, but this has been crazy. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.